Houston, we have a problem. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Mike. Super glad to have you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys, and the notification bell, so anytime that I make a new video, you guys are aware of that and you guys can check it out. So guys, I've been running Megatron now for about 3 months, and I thought it was time for an update. But before we get into all that, let's roll some B-roll because I want to give you guys a closer look at this thing. Alright guys, so before we jump into the update and talk about some of the issues that I've been having with the build, I want to kind of go over some of the hardware inside the machine, especially for people that are here to the channel for the first time. So, inside the Megatron build, guys, I am running a 5950X from AMD. Absolutely phenomenal CPU. I couldn't be more happy with it. I'm running a 6800 XT for the GPU. The motherboard is an X570 crosshair from Asus. The fans in the machine are Thermaltake's Tough Power fans. The CPU block is from EKWB, as well as the GPU block. It's an EKWB distro plate, the one that they did a collaboration with Lian. The tubing in the machine, the chrome tube and the fittings are all from a company called Byteski. They're a Chinese company, and I bought all those I bought all those parts off of AliExpress. Byteski also has a US store. You can get those parts there as well. Trying to think if there's other things in the machine I'm probably forgetting. The custom cables are from a company called Ensourced. Absolutely fantastic. They're made out of a paracord, and I absolutely love them. I think they're amazing, and the color goes really well with the theme that I went with. So, all right, guys. Now that I got that out of the way, I probably forgot some stuff. I am having some issues after 3 months. The first one is I got some like residue or debris at the top of the distro plate. And I've never really had that before after 3 months. And that could be on me. Maybe I didn't flush out the radiators as good as I thought. I don't know. So I do need to drain the fluid and replace that. And you could actually see what I'm talking about right here with the debris or this that's skunked up at the top. Also, I have a bigger issue than that. Inside the distro plate, it's cracked. Now, I don't know how that happened. I am one of those people that like to tighten everything down extra tight, because I don't want it to leak. But I do remember when I tightened everything down and I wiped everything down after I put the machine together, I didn't see any cracks in there, but maybe it was too tight and it was slowly cracking over time, and that could be totally on me. So now I have to replace the distro plate in the machine, and I'm not sure what I want to do. If I just want to run it until I see a leak in it. I'm still having issues with the DDC 2.1 pump winding, and I still haven't taken care of that issue. So maybe all in all, I'll just order a new distro plate, because the new versions of this distro plate come with the DDC 3.1 pump instead of the 2.1. So maybe just order a brand new distro plate and just replace the whole unit and be done with that. But as you can see, with the crack on it, that's something now that I have to take care of sooner rather than later. So, but outside of the issues, the machine's been running great. No hiccups or anything like that. One of the favorite parts of building in the Lanley Od11 dynamic case is the space. My favorite feature is that the power supply is hidden in the back of the case. I absolutely love that. It makes for such a nicer, cleaner looking build. Now, I did get a lot of comments on why I didn't put the GPU vertical. A lot of people think that that will look better because then it would hide some of the wires. Or if I went ahead and used the slim radiator up top, like the slim radiator up top like I did, but then used like a 60 mil radiator on the bottom just to fill up the space in between the fans and the GPU. So what I was thinking I'm going to do, guys, is once I hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to go ahead and rearrange the inside of the Megatron build. I'm going to take all the tubing out and I'm going to put the GPU in vertical. I do have a mount for it and a tote somewhere. And then you guys can tell me which way you prefer it, either in the vertical position or the horizontal position. So when we hit 1,000 subs, I'll go ahead and tear this beast down and I'll get that all set up. And then you guys tell me what you think. What I also really love about this is the drain system and the room in the back of the case. As you can see here, the drain system that I set up in this thing, it's probably the best drain system that I've ever done. It's so easily accessible. If there was ever an emergency and it was leaking and I had to drain it immediately, I just pop off the back of the case, flip the valve out, and boom, done. I can drain it 1, 2, 3. I had some other water cooled builds that draining was kind of a pain because there wasn't a lot of room or space to put your drain port. So that's super nice, and that's something that I really, really like about this machine. Also, it's great for editing. You can't beat 16 cores, 32 threads. Like I said, the 5950X is an absolute beast. This being a dual loop, my temperatures have been absolutely phenomenal. Now, if you guys watch any of my videos in the past, you guys know that I'm really big on a quiet machine. I don't want it sounding like a jet engine taking off. I just hate having a loud machine. So, with these Thermaltake Tough Power fans and these slim radiators, I keep my RPMs set at about 1,200 RPMs. And you can't really even hear the machine with them running at that RPMs. And my temperatures are perfectly fine. The CPU idles about 30 to 33 Celsius. The GPU idles around 27 Celsius. Even at full load at 1,200 RPMs, the CPU doesn't get above 63 Celsius, and the GPU doesn't get above 65 Celsius. So everything for me is perfect, this machine, and it runs absolutely phenomenal, except today, obviously, when I noticed that there's a crack in the distro plate. So, but like I said, that's probably my fault. And if any of you guys are wondering the color of the fittings that are on here, they're a gunmetal gray, and I think they look really great against the chrome tubes. I think they really kind of offset each other, and it looks really, really sick. So, but I absolutely love this machine, and like I said, I have no complaints. I hope you guys love the build. Please post down in the comments below and let me know what you guys think of the build. Let me know what you guys think if I should have, used a thicker rad on the bottom to kind of hide those wires there, or if I should have originally gone with the GPU in the vertical position. Oh, and one more thing I want to talk about, guys. As you can see here, the GPU had some sag, okay, and I went ahead and bought like I don't know, it's like a GPU holder. It's supposed to raise up your GPU so you don't have that sag, because it was just bothering me. You could see it tilted down a little bit. So I got that off of Amazon for like 10 bucks and I shoved that in there. So it looks better to me. I noticed all those little things and it really bugs me. So, and actually in the back, as you can see too, this is where I mounted my Commander Pro. It was a perfect spot for it. Fits in there really, really nice. Even the back of the case looks super, super clean. This is just, it's a great build. And now that I'm thinking, the memory, I forgot about the memory, guys. So the memory is Team Force's 32 gigs of DDR4, and that is running at 3600 megahertz. And I think I covered everything. Any questions, guys, about this build, again, post down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you on those. So, but that's all I got for today, guys. I just wanted to share this with you. I'll keep you updated on what I'm going to do with the distro plate, the pump, and all the issues going on. So, but as always, stay safe, stay healthy. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.